Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hey, 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 and, hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet duckers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, my tea leaf readers, my tea baggers, and my tea biscuits, honey. What's your tea? What's your tea? What is your tea, honey? It's another glorious day, my darlings. And I know you know what time it is, honey. So listen, I know you got all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey. Oh, let me take a swig of water. I'm drinking water right now. I should have made me a cocktail, but I left my wine at the house. Oh, and looking right at the bottle, I said, okay, let me grab it. That's it. Okay. But anywho, we are here. We are back. It is February, honey. So I'm in my little African little comic little thing, you know, because we're celebrating Black History Month all month long. And just want to get into the whole do I diddy with it. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Yes. The bus. Oh, okay. He read the. He knows it's. I am. Okay. I am.
Give me the bomb. He turned it. I'm going the wrong way. Come on.
Well, say la vie. Okay. But anywho, children, we're going to get into today's show, honey. I called today's show. He said yes to the dress. Okay. Now, this is a long time coming because I did not want to jump on this story right away because everybody was into it and it had become an internet sensation and carried on. However, with my new travails and carrying on that I'm going through, what's time on? Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. That's my goddamn phone, ain't it? Yeah. The damn alarm. I'm like, what the fuck is talking? It's my phone. Anywho, Pastor Jamal Bryant went and done know the whole thing about this damn dress. And if you don't know, I'm gonna put the video up here. We're gonna play the video. And it's not so much as the wife and the dress, okay? It's the backlash that came from it. Okay. And so particularly this one other pastor who had a lot to say. Okay. And so it's this whole thing that we're dealing with and carrying on. So we're going to get off into this, and I'm I don't know if I'm going to be kind or not. So I'm telling y'all this now. I really don't know if I'm going to be kind. I don't know if I'm going to sit up here and be all Christian, diplomatic, and carried on because y'all know how my mouth is. At the same time, I'm trying to be respectful as possible. Okay. Because oftentimes I'm not, because I'm going to say this the way I'm going to say it. Oftentimes you motherfuckers get on my goddamn nerves. Okay. With your holier than thou attitudes and carrying on. And y'all project shit that it's not there because you want this to look like this and this, and this. So we're going to get into that, okay? And yeah, y'all already see where this is going to go, okay? You already see it. Okay. So be that as it may, let me go pull the video so that we can get into it. Let me bring Red up in here. Red, you ready? And there go my co-host. Y'all say hello to the one and only. This is the big guy ally over there, the big red fella, doing his thing on the ones and twos over there. Oh.
What's happening? How you doing?
Okay.
How your mama doing?
Okay. So yeah. So let me go pull the video. And we figure it has some fun. What? Child, I have no clue what the hell they just did.
Who?
Facebook. I just got a message up, but they pulled the video off of one of my channels. And there is no nudity or sexuality in the video. What the fuck are they talking about? It's today's show, right? Lord have mercy. Anywho, let me get into it.
I mean, modesty only martyrs the one who's embarrassed. So maybe they didn't like seeing it.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to get into this because I'm trying to understand what the hell is going on that they removed that video, and it's from my main page. So I got to see what the hell is going on. In any event, yay. Damn, I hate when that happens because it throws me off. Y'all tell me a little discombobulated at the moment, but it just throws me off when shit like that happens. But okay. All right, hold on. This is an Instagram. It's coming from Instagram, so it's kind of loading a little bit. I'm going to just share the screen with you guys. Usually I just upload it into the system, but oh, you're kidding. So yeah, they say the page ain't responding. See, this thing is trying to throw me off. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that respond. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Is that voice thing even working when I talk?
Yeah.
I'm talking when I'm talking to the voice now.
Yeah, wait a minute, let me go and
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Talk.
You know what?
Who's that?
So yeah. Okay, are we ready? Is it saying what MB? Sam Hill, what's going on? The thing don't want to load. I'll say, are we going to go through this shit today? So are we going to go through this shit today?
Guess not.
So, shit today.
Guess not.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Let's start here. Let me see if this one is going to.
Oh, so we back on just it's just online. What's the name? Okay.
Is it what?
It's just on YouTube.
Oh, it's not on Facebook at all?
Oh, these are wait more.
Okay, well, here we go. Now the doggone videos don't want to act right. They don't want to act right. I just went through all this. Not that one. But anywho, y'all, let's get into it because I'm gonna talk about it and try to find another thing to show you. But it is really, 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 really too much for the world and not enough people to handle. But wait a minute, hold on. I think I got one that's going to play. Is it going to play? Skip this. Okay, hold on. We got it. Let me share this so that y'all can see this because I want y'all to get into his thing first, right? Okay, you ready? Yeah.
The internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now, you got to help some people because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing, furthermore, I needed to set the record straight. Y'all don't like this. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me.
Okay. Okay.
This should not take long.
But hold on, I'm going to get the other part of this because where is it? Hold on, because I want y'all to hear this part that was said in the. Hold on, let me come back because I got to share this. Okay, let me share this. Share screen. Want to share that, and go.
Met his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher when he defended her dress by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. And there is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I say. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you. I'll wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs. Yeah, see, so.
About a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't.
Come on. There we go. All right. So y'all heard that, right? And this is not no better. And I'm going to go here. Why is it that those who feel as though they're being bold in the spirit and feel as though they are teaching and giving a lesson or whatever, that this becomes a whole big to-do, and you use your pulpit for badgering, for bullying, for basically, this is a whole shit show, right? You don't like the man and carrying on, and on top of not liking him or whatever, this becomes a whole big to-do, right? Something like that. I'm sure he could have called Pastor Jamal and they could have talked that out like two grown men. Okay, he could have had his opinion and be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And blah, 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 blah. You decided that you want to take and make this a teachable lesson okay, to your congregation. And then, now you keep saying you didn't call her a $2 whore, but you said $2 whore. Okay, very disrespectful. And yeah, okay. Now, Jamal, being the clapback king that he is, okay, could have handled that differently as well. See, because he decided to get up in the pulpit and wanted to do the neck roll, let me let you have it thing. Okay. All in the name of I'm protecting my wife and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get all that. That's a man thing. But then wanted to add, to the father by saying, well, here's what y'all, the tea is, clock the tea. I bought the damn dress. It's not like I gave her permission or this, that, and that. I bought the dress and yada, 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 yada. Okay. So it became now a bigger spectacular. It's just not that she's in the dress. Now you're the one who bought the dress and got it. So it just became so much bigger than what it should have been. Okay. Now, the Bryants were on Tamron Hall and this, that, and another, and Mrs. Bryant, as a minister herself or whatever, because she is the co-pastor of New Birth. She stood up and said her piece with it. She was comfortable with the dress or whatever. She wanted to it was a designer she wanted to work with and carrying on. And so it became a few things. And so the question becomes, what were you really mad at? Are you mad at the fact that it was the dress? Or are you mad at the fact that she was a sexy woman? Y'all had problems with this woman when she first came. Y'all talked about her hair, her nails. She's too, she was manufactured and this, that, and the other. She's high maintenance. When they first started dating and carrying on, it was a whole big, and now that she wore this particular dress at this particular function or whatever, now we want to sit up here and play. We want to play fashion police. We're putting the morality police. We're sitting up here now, wanting to sit up here and pass judgment. And that really wasn't your place. Have your opinions, but that should not have aired to where we're here on social media talking about your opinion in that fashion. Or if you needed to have said it, there could have been a way that could have been much better than the way it has been presented. Because now what we have are two pastors sound like they're ready to go to, let's step outside. And so why are we here? Why are we here? And then the smug little reference when he says, oh, well, he said he bought the dress and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But this is also somebody who's up there told Cam Newton that he got pretty legs. So what are you insinuating? See, is that kind of bullshit. And it's unnecessary. It is completely and totally unnecessary. Had he done all of that and it was never recorded like this, I would not have anything to say about it. But again, we take these things, and now that we got social media, everybody want to run to social media. And, they want all this boldness and carrying on. And then now that it's out here, this whole back and forth thing about who is righteous and who ain't, this morality policing and carrying on, it's for the birds. It's really and truly for the birds. And now here we have another strike against the church, and particularly the Black church. And here you have two church leaders at odds with each other yet again in the public, when all of that could supposed to be done behind closed doors. So again, what you mad about? Are you mad at the dress? Okay, it gave the illusion that she didn't have anything on. Okay, now that may not have been your particular taste. Okay, however, you knew she was not naked and carrying on. It's a new illusion dress. Okay, it's fresh tone and blah 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 blah. All right, why are we here?
Okay. You ready?
Go for it.
Well, due to the fact that years ago I purchased that same type of material outfit or ensemble for somebody that I was dating.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And when I first saw it in the boutique, right,
Right.
I looked at it and I said, wait a minute. I said, can you see? I said, is that cute? You know, because we were doing the shopping thing.
Right.
And stuff. And I was like, oh, I said, okay. I said, oh, I thought it was entertaining and an individual piece, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
so I purchased it.
Uh-huh.
Because again, everything is not for everybody.
Okay.
So let's find a picture of the complaining pastor's wife and see if that actual dress would complement her shape.
You went there.
Because what's going on in today's religious sanctuaries, religious sanctuaries,
Say it, say it.
there's a whole demonic panther going on. And the overseers don't know nothing about it because the people that they got in control of it are the ones that are doing it.
Right.
Because those pastors have somebody covering them.
See.
And you're going to allow them to make a mockery out of the church based on a fashion statement during February, when we don't have much time to show how black we really are.
Right, right, right. Okay, that part.
Now, here's a problem I got, right? It's obvious that there's something underlying between the two of them.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the church.
Exactly. Say it.
Because at you all's age, you got to know better than to use the pulpit for that type of mockery. You don't get up there and entertain the congregation, your sheep now,
Right.
as if they were at a comedy show.
Right. Oh, come on. You said that. Say that. Say that.
Okay. My thing is this. Is this Genesis through Revelations or is this Def Jam you bought a ticket?
Oops. Okay. Okay.
And I hate to say it, you know, some things irritate my soul. This agitates me because, again, you have people like myself, right? You know how they say you fight an uphill battle to get to where your heart really wants to be?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
my battle has been straight up a wall.
Okay.
I don't even have the incline of an uphill because somebody is standing on that hill, making it a wall for me.
Right.
For no particular reason at all.
Okay.
So I refuse to let their ignorance, the same type of delivery of ignorance that this pastor did, stifle my growth.
Right.
In the kingdom.
Okay.
You know, touch not my anointed.
Exactly.
They are going to have to pay for this mockery. Now you can see that that woman has had work, body work. If she hasn't had body work, she's gonna spend $1 million on a personal trainer.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And her diet is carrot sticks.
Right.
And she's in the gym every day to be that, and that, should I say, to be built the way that she is.
Right.
Okay. So let's say her husband supported her in doing body sculpting or whatever it was to get her to look like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't he be proud of the money that he spent? If you go out and buy the brand new Cadillac or the brand new Lexus or the brand new Mercedes,
Well,
are you going to lock it in the driveway? I mean, like in the garage, or are you going to wax it in the driveway for the neighbors to see?
right.
Again, Jezebel spirits they carry jealousy.
Mm.
And I really would like somebody to do their homework and find a full body picture of the complaining pastor's wife.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to it. What is his name? Bishop Paul something. Wait a minute, what's his
And the
name?
reason I say that because
Patrick Wooden.
she probably have to put on an anointed girdle to look like that woman. Do you understand me? Now, yes, I'm now. There's one part of me as a minister and a man of God that, yes, to me, the church that's an inappropriate place for that.
Uh-huh.
But if they were going out to intimate dinner on the red carpet somewhere, an awards or something, whatever,
Right. They were.
then she can rock it.
They were. They were at a fundraiser for the NAACP HBCU thing.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. It was a formal affair?
Yes.
Okay, so then guess what? As usual, the first thing given to me in my spirit, in my crawl, his wife can't wear that type of stuff.
Okay.
And I think it's just sad that right now people are divided and watching this. Now you got two men of God, right?
Right.
And now you all are starting to act like Biggie and Tupac.
And exactly. See? Exactly. And exactly.
When we were supposed to be one body in Christ.
Exactly.
Now, here's another problem I got with this, okay? And I'm going to let it go.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm trying to hold my mule right now.
Okay. You ready?
Stop trying to pour traditional ways of the church onto everybody coming in. The reason people are running from the brick and mortar churches and ducking and dodging from you when you're trying to pray for them or come to them and offer them Christ in their life, because you're trying to make them be everything from the 60s to the 90s and what it's supposed to look like in church.
Right.
And
right.
And guess what? If you keep recreating the same vision of the same type of saint, that's not growth. That's duplication and manufacturing.
That's right. That's right.
And he didn't say duplicate my will.
That's right.
He said do his will. Spread the word, the good news of the living God. Teach people. Get out and save souls and teach them the tools they need to remain that way. Teach them how to go and spread that news.
Right.
Teach them how to be contagious in Jesus.
Okay. 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 This is Pastor Patrick Wooden, and this is his wife, Pamela.
And I see that's Pamela. Okay. Sir, I'm sure that based on the Lane Bryant cut that she's wearing right there, I'm sure if she took her clothes off when you all are having your intimate session, she probably opens up like a can of biscuits. I just could tell right there that she could never wear that type of outfit.
You said a can of biscuits.
So what your problem is, she looked like everything that you sneak around with.
Mm.
And you got a problem because he don't have to sneak around. He got it at home.
Now let's go there. See, because that's still the answer to. I'm trying to get somebody to answer the question.
He's jealous.
Boom. What are you mad about? Because this can't be about that damn dress.
Bruh, do you not see Kennedy walking with him? Yes, he's mad. The man, okay. The man has a Ferrari Lamborghini type wife. And he's walking with a Bel Air. Bruh.
Baby.
He's mad.
Okay. That's what that is. Okay, now wait a minute. Let me add something because I want y'all to go back because we're still talking about a dress. Now I'm going to go to another dress because do y'all remember this when Erica Campbell they were trying to have this little dress controversy about her because of her album cover? Do y'all remember this dress?
What's wrong with it?
Everybody jumped on her. They were like, this is too sexy for church. She's supposed to be a woman of, she's a gospel woman.
And she is.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. And she defended, she said, I'm a curvy woman. I can't help that. The dress is not, it's form-fitting. It's not all that tight or whatever. I'm not revealing anything. There's no skin showing. Okay, outside of the obvious stuff.
Well, okay, well, you know what, y'all? Call Big Red because I told her she could wear the dress.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, because if she was mine, I'd have bought every color.
Okay.
And every shoe to go with it. Accessories and purse. Y'all gonna leave Erica alone. Take that down. I don't know. Leave my baby alone. Take that down. I'm mad.
She said young girls shouldn't only get sexy images from people who are not proclaiming Jesus. I am, says Campbell.
You know what? Hallelujah, baby.
Okay.
We're gonna praise
him. And that there.
Because one saying that she's disrespecting anything. You understand what I'm saying? You see what she had on?
Right.
So you would tell her that she can't work the usher if she came in with that on?
Well.
Come on, man. Come on. That's why I'm going to tell y'all something. I can't speak for nobody else, but that's why I'm a believer. I'm not religious.
Okay. And listen, that's my alarm, honey. What we're going to do, we're going to take a little commercial break. And when we come back, honey, we still going to stay on this because, see, this is fitting ready to feed into.
Call Erica on the phone.
This is going to feed into church mess. Do you really know where it's coming from?
I do.
Do you really know where it's coming from? And what is it? What is it about? Okay. So here, give us a couple seconds. We're going to be right back after these words. Okay. Wait a minute. Where am I? Yeah. Okay. And I want to go here first. Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate.
Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
How you all doing? My name is Jason Panner and I'm the CEO and founder of B Condoms. Today I'm going to show you what it means to have the largest condom on the US market. As we can see, I have one of our Platinum XL B condoms in hand and I have a ruler right there. The ruler is about 18 inches, right? What I'm going to show you right now is how I can actually take our condom all the way down to my elbow, right? So what you can see, we're pulling it all the way down. Now keep in mind, not only do we have the biggest condom in the market, our condoms are also pH sensitive, they're vegan friendly, they're organic, and we don't contain any of the fillers that other brands have. B Condoms, biggest condom on the US market, takes you all the way down to the elbow. Make sure to protect the culture. Thank you and take care.
And we are back. If you're just tuning in with us, honey, welcome to Dish Your Tea with Big Meat. I am, of course, your truly Big Meat, and this here is the big red fellow over there, the big guy I lie, honey, who is my co-host and brother from another mother. And we were just discussing about Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife and this dress. And I know,
I'm sorry. I need a Valentine. Yeah. Cupid. Oh, good.
No, finish your commercial.
Doesn't lie.
Shit. Okay. Fuck. Anywho.
1-800. It's been red Valentine.
We were just talking about the dress, and I know, it has been all over and stuff, and we just didn't decide that I didn't want to cover it here because at the time when it was all the hype and this, that, and the other, I didn't want to touch it because everybody else was talking about it. And I know y'all may consider it late news, but I want to tie this up into something else because there's a bigger picture that's coming out of that particular story that I think everybody bounced around. They want to talk about
You said a picture?
Huh?
You said a bigger picture?
A bigger picture.
More like a stage play.
Okay. That is coming out of that, and that there is, why is it that we got church mess always coming from the pulpit? You got two nationally known pastors who now are acting as if they're about ready to tap each other on the shoulder and say, you know what, let's step outside. Or one of them, okay, I'm gonna mess you up on site, one of those on-site kind of things, right? Especially with the one saying that that you bought the dress and she's looking like a $2 whore.
See, that's too much. He took that way too far.
Okay.
First, because of who you are and where you're standing at, you should have never said that.
That should have never come, and especially you in the pulpit. Now listen,
I thought that was a sacred area.
Okay, now I want y'all to understand something. I am as liberal as they come when it comes down to church ethics and carrying on, because I'm not all that. I don't consider myself to be a Christian. I've removed that title a long time ago because under that title has been a whole bunch of damage done. I am a believer. I'm a follower of the Christ consciousness and all of that. Okay, that's where I am. I also know that my consciousness and how my journey with God is, it has elevated into a plateau that most traditional folks won't accept. And that's fine because this is not their walk. Okay.
So why are they always trying to put your shoes on?
Good question. Because they thought because they could wash my feet it meant something.
Oh.
See, they still want to do the WW. What would Jesus do?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay, all right.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you know, I hear a lot of people talk about your culture, right?
Yeah.
And they talk about there's no. Matter of fact, my old pastor was he was a stickler for this. He used to say there was no Adam and Steve.
Yeah.
Right? Well, there's no neck and neck either. I thought it was supposed to be a head
and a neck.
and a
Right.
neck.
That's good.
But it was a neck
Wait a
and
minute.
neck.
We putting that on the t-shirt. We putting that on the t-shirt.
I was just saying, one neck got to be more powerful than the other.
Okay.
I mean, the one neck is scared of the other neck. I mean,
Oh, right. Well, you know, and so now what we have, as I said, we got these two pastors going at it. And yet, you know, across the country, across the world even, you know, y'all hear that a lot of folks talk about church hurt and this, that, and the other. But what ends up happening is we get a lot of church mess.
no, don't say church hurt.
Okay.
Don't say that no more on this show. It's people hurt. Call it for what it is. It's people hurt.
Well, okay.
The church is in you.
There we go. Come on.
Okay. And if okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm praying tonight. God be with me. Long Spirit fill me. Look, the church is in each and every one of us. So the message you go through that detours you from going to a sanctuary to worship Christ.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you pray to God to, you know what I'm saying, to do the humbling, the foot wash, to tap in.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And use the gift that God has given you. You know, it's not the church because the church is within you.
Right.
Okay? It's the people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? The people behind the church that God has given us.
Uh-huh.
And God has given each of us a church to carry right here. We have to ask for a clean heart.
Mm-hmm.
When that heart is cleansed and we truly, truly believe in what we're asking for, and our faith is 100% because He's only going to gift you and walk with you on faith. That faith, He has to know that you are with Him wholeheartedly. You open up your heart to God, and you never know what doors are open for you. But if you're using the brick and mortar or the position of being over the sheep or the flock to cause havoc, you're going to be stifling your growth. I'm sorry. Your praise and worship is just as good as a cigarette.
Okay.
You're stunting your growth. So I'm a victim of it. But at the end of the day, people, we gotta get it together because one thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. And you're putting people in situations of the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. If you are in leadership and you're supposed to be bringing people to Christ,
Mm-hmm.
saving these souls, what good are you to go under the water, cleansing yourself? Because when you come up, you're supposed to come up white and pure and be that servant, which all of us are. Titles mean nothing.
Right.
Servant. You come up that servant for Christ. But what if you just come up a wet, messy devil? Same way you went down.
Mm. Mm.
How you going to lead somebody when they know you messy?
Mm-hmm.
How you going to tell me about, Matthew? Huh? How you going to tell me about Ruth?
Mm-hmm.
How you going to give me a story about Boaz when you think you Boaz?
Mm.
And those are women in leadership. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm telling y'all today, we don't know the time nor the hour. Are you really ready? Because you're doing the devil's work. And everybody's trying to give the devil so much credit. Oh, that was the devil. It wasn't the devil. It was the person that had a hidden agenda, and they're hiding it behind the Bible and the laws of the Lord.
Don't say that. Now, there we go right there.
You want to sit up here and talk about scripture and how things are supposed to go and what's traditional
Right.
in the church?
Right.
So where is it traditional that you lie on your flock? Where is it traditional that you put one against the other in your flock? Where is it traditional that you lie to your overseers in order to make your flock look bad? Where is it traditional that you're trying to buy your way into position?
How about it?
Where is it traditional where you have no information but a whole lot of labels? Where is it traditional where people are supposed to confide in you as a leader, yet other people in the church know the people who confided to you business? Where's the traditional where you're supposed to be sharing their personal intimacy of life that they have shared with you, that came to you for help, and you share with other people? Where's the traditional that you do that? Do you know how many laws you have broken in the church by telling somebody's personal business that confided in you as a leader?
That's right.
We're in a world of a New Testament, because in the Old Testament, they cut your head off. Get it right, because I'm trying to tell you. And all the trolls that's watching, that's telling you that I know. I'm praying for you. I love you with God's love, because his job is to show you what you're doing, not mine.
Okay. Okay. Now here, let me go here, because I need to piggyback on a couple of things. First off, I'm gonna do. Let me go back just a little bit, because again, we're still on church mess and carrying on, and where it comes from. And I want to share this particular image too, because Fantasia had her bout with folks saying about her dress. Okay, did y'all remember her wearing this dress? It was on one of the BET Awards, or the sister. She was singing "Mary, Don't You Weep" in this dress, and because of this dress, the folks set up there, church folks now, set up there. Oh my God, that's too worldly of a dress. She ain't got no business singing no gospel song or nothing like this. Huh? Do y'all remember that? And again, what do we have? We got messiness. We got church mess, church gossip, and it becomes.
I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, the world knows you're a gay man. You're openly gay. You know you do all the doggone. You know what I'm saying? Switching up the divinity and all. Okay, we know all that, right?
Right.
What did you see wrong with that dress that she had on?
I didn't see anything wrong with it.
I want you to think, what did you see anything wrong with that dress?
I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Again, Meech, people don't want to believe when I say this. It drops into me. Soon as something happened and said, and it's shenanigans, the answer comes to me like that.
With jealousy.
You can't wear it.
Okay. Right.
Let me explain something to y'all real quick, and I'm going to give it back to Meech. I need everybody to repeat after me, and the people who are still here with us, I want you to type it in the chat, okay? Everything It's not for everybody. Okay?
Ah!
Okay. All right.
Okay. So now let's go here because, again, we're talking about the messiness and carrying on. And what you just outlined, it has multiple layers and carrying on in it. And I say that because when we're dealing with our leaders, those who are supposed to direct the spiritual, now I want y'all to understand something. Oftentimes, the walk between the spiritual self and the natural self, the line is blurred because everything that we say or we have been taught from the pulpit or from any kind of spiritual setting, okay, the teaching and stuff are to wake up and to get your spirit in alignment, right? Now, once your spirit is in alignment, what happens with your natural self is that if you are living the life that you say your spiritual self is all about, whatever is not in agreement with what your spiritual self is, either that's what you're working on, or as I always tell folks, if you're doing the right thing, honey, what ain't for you is going to fall off anyway. Okay?
Right.
You're going to outgrow some things. Okay? You hear folks say, oh, I don't have the taste for this anymore, or whatever. Or when I get around this, I get uncomfortable when I'm around in this situation because you've outgrown it.
Yeah.
It no longer has a purpose in your life. Okay? And what ends up happening is you get those people who, under the guise of being in their natural self, see, what we have all come up with is that our spiritual selves only activates when we in church.
Right.
Okay? Because we go to, oh, praise the Lord, hallelujah. You know, we do all that in church.
But you know what bothers me?
Go ahead.
I do that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Exactly.
And the people who know me on Sunday, if they don't believe me on Sunday.
Okay, right. Right.
So they don't see me during the week when I'm giving praise, you know what I'm saying, to the Lord.
Right.
I'm talking to people, asking them, you got a church home? You know, even if you don't, let me talk to you.
Right.
You know, simple conversations. And you know what my favorite one is?
Which one?
Is when a woman thinks you're interested in her.
Uh-huh.
She think you flirting.
Yeah.
And you flip it to Christ.
Right. Okay.
And she'd be like, oh, okay. I see you. I see you. And they be see you. They be flirting and everything. And I be like, you see me? I said, well, when last time you seen God?
Right.
When last time you prayed, girl? I know you pray every day looking like that.
Right. Okay.
And I do that because it takes that Jezebel spirit of vanity.
Ah, come on now.
And it allows me to use what is against the commandment.
Right.
To go towards the will of God. Because I'm clever like that, because I've learned that the things I used when I was in the world that were powerful and got people's attention, why can't I use them for Christ?
Right.
And draw people to the word.
Right.
But you know what? It's not traditional.
Right. It doesn't look like that. You know, I said.
Do you pray like me? Do you pray like me?
Okay.
Do I pray like you?
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, I highly doubt that. Okay. But here's where this is. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, look.
Catwalk. They want attention.
Hey, how you doing? And for you all that don't know, I am a minister, but at the same time, I've been doing comedy for years. So I'm gonna switch my hat for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna have everybody right now focus on that catwalk E4Z, and we're gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying? That we're sorry, you know what I'm saying, that you were raised in the alley, that you wanted to come on here for tell somebody they're still in the world. You don't know me, you know of me, probably. Maybe.
No, this sounds like a troll that wants to, because his next comment was, "What are you doing for black folks?" You just looking to start a. See, this is baiting.
What? Well, no. What am I doing for black folks? I'm gonna tell you. Don't apologize for you. God knows you. Well, then God knows that you're an idiot coming on here talking about me, that you don't know nothing about me. And if you ever knew me, you knew who I was.
So yeah,
because we all come from somewhere,
right? Okay, yeah. A lot of this and carrying on. You know, ask yourself those questions. Okay, ask yourself, because here, the conversation that we're having right now is about the messiness and carrying on, and why is it? See, and you're feeding right into it. Okay, you're feeding right into
that's
it.
probably that leader we're talking about.
Right, you're feeding right into it.
You know that, right?
Okay,
that's probably her.
Probably.
Welcome in.
Okay.
Sure.
All of the messiness that comes from it. Why is it that it's there, and we have allowed it to be? You know, and then oftentimes, you know, we run through the excuses of, well, you know, if the pastor get caught with, you know, sinning, and quote unquote sinning, or whatever, and basically the pastor said to me, he done slept with somebody outside of his wife, or he drank in and then got drunk, or he done beat somebody up. Okay. Or whatever the case may be, that's not a good look for him.
Right.
Then all of a sudden we had to go to, well, he's still a man. You know, he's still a man. But what
does that mean?
Just that. Okay, that's the excuse. You know, he's a man with needs. And usually we hear that when he done slept around some damn well. Okay. And folks are all up in his business, or he done slept with somebody he had no business sleeping with, like somebody else's wife or other. And it done got out into the streets or whatever. But the messiness of it becomes what everybody runs to. A lot of folks are in these big cathedrals and churches and carrying on. They got thousands of members up in there. And you can't tell me that where those churches are and carrying on with that many members, that the work in the community can't get done. Why is it that the work is not being done? But yet everybody said up here, you mad because Creflo asked for these millions of dollars to get the doggone plane or whatever, but you go there to that church and you paid your tithe like that. See, you did that because he knew he could come to y'all and do that. Okay. So when it comes to all of that, why is it that we keep the mess up and never do the work? And then when the mess gets started, do we know where it comes from? Huh?
Well, we do now. Go ahead.
And if you do, how come you don't address it? No? Because now, if all of us are supposed to be spiritual leaders, spiritual followers, and carrying on, we are supposed to be able to go to our brothers and sisters one-on-one, sit down and have a conversation, okay, and hash it out, right? If that doesn't work, then you're supposed to take somebody else with you, okay, of some authority, and you get somebody who may be on the same level or whatever, you know.
How many years you know me?
Almost 10.
10?
No, it is 10 this year. It's 10 years.
Sure ain't more. So, how many times you heard me say that I want my own church? Huh?
Never.
You said what?
Never. You've never said that.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. All right, go ahead.
No, you've never said that.
No, I know, because I've never desired that.
Right. That's what you said. Okay. I know I won't be no True.
I didn't want to wait.
Right. And that's other thing.
I'll take the work
Right.
if it's helping others
Right.
and pouring into other people.
Right.
But the weight of a church,
Right.
I
Right.
never desired that. But yet and still the world thinks I want that. So I think that's what the problem was at one of the places I was at.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem was. They were protecting their own.
Because they thought you were competition. And again, messiness. No,
Messiness.
messiness.
How you want to fight by yourself?
How? It's in the head. It's here. It's here, and it becomes distorted because what you believe and what you're thinking or whatever, and instead of asking, and now here's the dichotomy to that. How is it that you mad at something that you made up in your head, but you stole my ministry? You came in on an invite here and you searched everything about me and what God gave me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around and say, oh, we can't deal with him because he wants his own church. And that's going against the way.
The way.
Okay. Yeah. So that becomes that. Now, yeah, and see, when we deal with messiness, and I'm standing on the church right now because, see, a lot of us deal with this. And I like what you said. No, it's not church hurt, it's people hurt. And it's going to take me a minute to acclimate that because, okay, we're going to switch our vocabulary over. But at the same time, the reason why I get stuck on church hurt is because when you get everybody who are like-minded, and then you got the congregation that's sitting up there coming against you because the pastor say so. The pastor and then the head deacon and the head usher, okay? When all that starts to happen, and it just seems as though that everybody there don't want to be bothered with you, then it becomes a problem. But then, now that's in the church, but we sit up there and talk about the Jehovah's Witnesses when they excommunicate somebody. See, they do it differently. They call this excommunicate, where they feel as though that you have not been a part of the flock or whatever, and you've gone, quote unquote, gone against Jehovah. And so now the whole congregation literally turned their back to you. They can't talk to you. They can't this, they can't that. You get no help. You just completely excommunicated and cut off from the flock. But that's not what this work is about. We're supposed to go and find, you leave the 99 here for the one. That's what the work is.
That part.
Okay, that's what the work is. How are you kicking somebody out? Now it's different. Now let's understand this. Okay, it is different if I decide to leave on my own because I don't want to abide by the quote unquote rules. Okay. If I am contrary to you or whatever, and I tell you, oh, I'm not going to do that, then it's up to me. But the church doors will always be open. There is no such thing as, oh, I'm going to excommunicate you. Okay, and this, that, and the other. And so that's where we get all this message. Now, you excommunicate me, but you want to tell all my business to everybody. Okay, and it becomes a whole big to do. It becomes a whole big to this. It becomes a whole big to that. And then we come out of spiritual growth, and then we start to go into control. Because now, because you say I'm not supposed to do this, you still don't know what my journey is or what assignment God has for me. So if God is telling me to reach out to such and such and so-and-so or whatever, and I'm still in communication with them because this is something that's part of my development, my growth, who are you to tell them not to talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who are you to tell them or to tell me who I can and cannot? And then want to throw, oh, that's just the enemy talking. How dare you? You don't have that authority in my life to understand who the enemy is for me. Because as far as I'm concerned, you have just become that.
Yeah. What's today's date?
February 6th.
What year?
2026.
Okay, so in 2024, December 21st,
Yeah.
I remember asking a leader to come speak to me.
Oh, yeah.
And the leader wouldn't come speak to me. They came to the residents.
Right.
But they wouldn't come speak to me. And then they said they'll speak to me in a couple of days. What's the date?
February 6th, 2026.
I still ain't seen them.
Right. Right.
See, people don't realize the way they move is the way they feel.
You got it.
So
You got it.
what's up, E?
All the time. So when we're dealing with that there, you know, this is it becomes a complex issue because see now we're dealing with we're dealing with individual stuff. Because see now, just like your journey, whatever your spiritual journey is, God got you here for a reason. I tell this, and y'all gotta hear me say this a lot. And it's a teaching I want everybody to get and to understand and to get down into their crawl, honey. I need this to be embedded in your DNA. If you are within the sound of my voice and you are still here, you can still get up and you are here as in alive, then that means that the God of your understanding, my understanding, and whatever name you decide to call God,
Right.
Okay, God saw fit to have you become part of this world because tradition, this from the pulpit, traditionally speaking, they say God knew us before we were in the womb.
It's true.
Okay? So if that is the case, and God is the Alpha and the Omega, because see the beginning and the end, and know my life, and still let me be here on this plateau and on this planet, then that means God knows everything about me. So all of you who trying to put somebody in here, who try to sit there and say what is and what ain't of God, or this, that, and the other, God has already ordained my life, your life, his life, her life. God has ordained that life to be because that life is here. That's number one. The quest for us as human beings is that we have to reconnect with our spirit selves. That's what the quest is. To understand who we are so that we can be in alignment with what our spiritual duty is. How we are to align with one another, how we could be of service to one another in a capacity that will allow us to give God glory. Okay, that's the commercial break. Okay, hey Jesse, just not less GB. Now listen, okay, wait a minute, that's the alarm. We got to go to a commercial break, but I want to touch that before we go. Listen, because y'all, we love to throw that scripture up there, but there's another part to that we got to get. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Lest ye be judged. Here, that means that I'm paraphrasing because see, the same fervor that you give is the fervor that's coming back to you in judgment. Catch that, T. However you decide with the vigor and whatever even if you coming from a place of malice and venom, if you want to give all that kind of energy, do know that that's the same kind of energy coming back to you in your case of judgment. Here, it's coming back. So there is no, oh my God, and it's always, oh, don't judge me. Who are you to judge me? You want to get in your feelings in, but bitch, wasn't you the one bumping your gums? Yeah. Just what you say, karma. Yes. Okay. Karma. And in my book, I say karma is a good farmer, the best farmer in the world, because karma is going to produce exactly what you plant. If you plant Venom, karma is going to make sure that you yield a good crop. Here, if you plant patience, karma is going to make sure that you yield a good crop. Huh? That there. Okay, wait, we got to take a commercial. That was my commercial alarm. Okay, when we come back, we're going to go into another subject, and that subject is going to be traditions and our young people. Okay, did we train them, and did we do right, or do they have the information and they just don't want to do nothing with it? We'll talk about that when we come back.
Google it.
Wait a minute, you're going to make me holler up in here. Oh, wait a minute, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? I forgot where I was going. Oh, we'll go here. Right there. Welcome to Alo Nana. Treat yourself to the luxurious experience of having all natural shea butter soaps and body balms that will soften, radiate, and even exfoliate your skin. Alo Nana products are designed with you in mind to promote overall health and wellness the way the nature intended. No dyes, no colors, no chemicals. Just pure love, like receiving a hug from grandma. Get your Alo Nana today. Contact Aunt Nikki on IG or call 267-629-1364. Alo Nana, building a legacy, not a letdown.
I'll put this on the YouTube. I'm gonna put this on the YouTube. Hey Demetrius, what's going on, Demetrius? Dennis Taylor, what's going on, Big Meech? They call me Big Meech. Larry Hoover. That's right.
Be bold, be unique, be the tea. With a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is.
Are you ready to continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, Big Meech? He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the Winning Team.
And we are back. Hopefully you're still tuned in with us. You're Dishing Tea with Big Meech. I am your host, Big Meech, and this is my co-host over here, my brother from the the big red fella over there, the big guy ally, as we like to call him. Listen, we've been going to dive into something. I had my nephew come and I said, listen, give me a topic. And he came up with traditions and young people. And we were like, okay, wait a minute. And the conversation was, no, y'all were taught that. And he said, but we don't, my generation don't do, seems as though we don't do anything with the information. And that came out of his mouth. Okay. And I thought about that for a second. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's look at
He
that.
particularly also is trying to say that we didn't teach them the tradition.
Right.
Like we were taught the tradition.
Right. And in the same way, in the same format of this and the other. And okay, he may have a small minor point in the fact of his wording, because our generation did not teach the traditional stuff in the same manner that we were taught. Okay. And why? Because we found a different way of educating our children, right? It's more of here's the information. I'm going to trust you to do something with it. Okay. And if I don't see you moving in that direction, then we got to have another conversation. Okay. Because you see, our generation taught our kids how to do it. You know, it was more so we went back to that whole apprenticeship program kind of thing. But at the same time of being seeing you as our apprentice, when you showed us you knew what you were doing, we left it in your hands. We didn't micromanage it. You know what I'm saying? We did not sit up there and try to hover over you or whatever to make sure that you got it, right? We left it in your hands. But what happens is, now that you have the information, a lot of our children or this younger generation want to believe that they're smarter than us. And the only thing that makes them quote unquote smarter, and I'm using that in brackets or whatever, is because this is the technological generation. See, we were the Industrial Revolution. Okay, our parents were still working at Ford and this and that. When the toys came out for us, okay, we had etch a skates, we had science shit to carry on. We were making blow up shit to carry on. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Water, right?
Yeah.
This is a scenario. Let's say you have a water cooler in your office, right? Most of the time when executives put, a water cooler, if we had one, we probably have one right here by the desk.
Right.
Okay, that way we're working, doing show, we can reach over and fill up,
Right.
Okay. Now, that's our generation.
Right.
Their generation is either going to have a refrigerator in another room or the faucet in there where you can go get water. Right? So here it is. We made life easy by doing the work first and positioning ourselves.
We did.
They got to go get it from somewhere else every time they need it. That's Google. That don't make you smart. That make you have a tool.
Right. 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 Where and yeah, you get a little quicker than what we did, because we had to go to the library. If we did not have the dictionary, the thesaurus, or the encyclopedias at home,
half of them can't spell encyclopedia.
I know. Don't even know what it is. Okay. We had to go to the library, use the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, now that's something y'all ain't heard in a while. Okay.
What is that?
The card
Let
catalog.
me Google it.
The card catalog. Okay, well, you had to actually go and look at the card catalog to find out what book number it is, so you know how to go find it on the shelf. Okay.
I would like to take 10 of them to a traditional library.
Right.
And give each of them a book to get.
Right. Okay.
With no help.
With no help.
No electronics.
No electronics. Go do it the old-fashioned way. But here the question is, did we teach them or do they have the information and just don't know what, don't want to use it? Okay. And ultimately, I'm going to say it's a combination of both.
My problem is this: teaching theories have dumbed down.
Oh, okay. See, I know that's spherical. You're stepping on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
teaching
ahead.
Theories have dumbed down, so they don't have the information.
Right.
And there's no information that they have not to use. All they know. Let me tell you something. I witnessed at least 2 or 3 teenagers Google their whole entire high school career.
Right.
So to me, that makes you an idiot with a diploma.
Right.
Because I feel like this. If all that stuff crashed today and you had to make a living, could you? I mean, let's think about how ignorant all the way down to fast food.
Right.
If you go into a fast food line and you want a traditional something that's on there, you know, most of them got number 1, 2, or whatever. So let's say I want a number 2 somewhere, right?
Right.
And you say number 2, can I have a number 2? As soon as you say that, they're going to immediately push the button that says 2, right? But if you say, can I have a number 2, hold a tomato, they're going to go, because now you have to come down here where there's writing on each button and find out how do you remove tomatoes.
Right.
Because there's no number.
Right.
Because up here they got numbers or pictures. So, so if you read it for them, hey, can I get a Big Mac meal? Okay, it says Big Mac meal on the picture of a Big Mac meal. But if I say, can I get a Big Mac meal? But can you make it with chicken patties?
Right. Right.
When everything I just said will come out just as fast as if it was made regular.
Right.
When we were working.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I work at Hot Now, honey. So yeah.
I crack that joke all the time in drive-thrus. Because I like things a certain way, and it's like some things I just don't. I stop eating certain things.
Okay.
So I would say, like give me an egg and cheese this, right? Right. And they'll be steady trying to give you meat. I didn't say about no meat.
Right.
But they'll stay trying to give you the one. Oh, you want a numbers on? No, I didn't say that. Give me such and such and such. Then they like, okay, and most of the time they go, a hole, please, because they're going to get a manager to be able to ring that up.
To bring it up, right?
Because there's no button for that,
right? Damn, that's another T-shirt.
There's no button for that.
There's no button for that. Okay. But now I say that it's a combination of both, because I know many of us, and y'all know I'm not a biological parent, so my teaching and carrying on with my children and mentees or whatever has been, I went the extra step because they were not my own. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that they trusted me enough to want to be up under my tutelage, up under my care, up under all that. Okay. And so, it was the responsibility in it. You know, you always want your children to master something so that they can be better than you in whatever that is. You want to prepare them in a better way that you were prepared. You know, you want to give them all the tools so that when they get ready to go tackle this world, they have everything that they need in the toolbox that's going to help them get us an assignment done.
But they think that big G is all they need.
Right, right.
You can't tell them nothing because they think they know it all.
Right.
And they say, and then this is where they make the mistake at. Asking Google or Chat GPT or AI anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not knowing it. You don't know it.
Right.
If you have to ask a electronic device the answer, you did not know the answer.
Right.
The definition of knowing is I ask the question, you reply with an answer.
Right.
Don't pick up nothing electronic. You respond with an answer. You don't give me hold on and start clicking and clicking and clicking.
Right.
No. No.
Okay.
That does not, in your little bitty pea brain, you think that means you know it.
Right. Oh yeah. Because you know how to go to the thing real quick. Okay.
Or just like I tell people all the time, when they tell you stuff like this, the texting error, right?
Yeah.
You're so insecure with your life and yourself that all you know is to text. But you will respond to a person when you see them and say these words. Yeah, I already told you what I was going to do.
Mm.
You didn't tell me what you were going to do. And they say, you didn't see the text I sent you? That's not telling me.
Right. How many times have you had to correct the line? You talked to so-and-so today? Oh, yeah, we talk all the time. You know, we were texting that you're not talking.
That's not talking.
No, not talking. You text. Okay.
But in their mind, they don't. Oh, yeah, I had a conversation with them the other day. Oh, what are they saying? Oh, I can show you right here. You didn't have no conversation then.
Right. And yeah, for those of you who want to sit up there and say, oh, that's a play on words, you're damn right. Because no, you did not converse with me or you did not speak with me. What you did, you wrote me. We're pen pals. Okay, we are pen pals at this particular point.
And you cheating with that because pen pals with us with paper, stamp,
right. Okay.
Y'all lazy.
Had to wait 3 to 4 days to get a response. Well, for them to get it. And then 3 or 4 more days for it to get back to you. Then it's going to take them 2 days to write the response.
Could you imagine? Hey, let me see. You know what's funny to me? I would like to take one of them, right? Some between the age of 18 and 21 and put them in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
And tell them, I'm going to give you $10,000 if you stay in this bubble for 7 days.
Oh, not 7 whole days.
But the only thing in that bubble, you can talk on the phone, right?
Right.
But the only thing in that bubble is books, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a phone in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a...
Oh, not a rotary dial. Not a rotary dial. Oh, yeah.
I'm testing your patience.
Yeah. You are hateful.
That's the only phone in there. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours, you got internet.
Right.
But it's AOL.
Right.
And you better hope that nobody call you.
Right.
But there's no color on the screen. It's just green words. And you can type.
Okay. Okay, they on my face.
I just want to know, could you survive?
That's a good question.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know a couple of them that'll jump, just bust their own head. Like,
Okay.
as soon as they got to dial a phone number. Because here's the problem. Ain't no phone numbers are Rolodex and they're digitally. You got whoever you call, you got to remember the number.
Wait.
They think that would be cruel and unusual.
Oh, wait.
punishment.
But
that was a way of life.
Keep the screen on me. It's making my eyes.
Well, that was a way of life for us.
Listen.
You walk up, whoever you think about, you dial their number.
It was the coolest thing when the handheld phone. It was my grandmother's phone, right? And I didn't know that they had it in the handheld, right? And she was, because usually we had the big old one on the table. And I thought I've always wanted one of them phones, right? I thought, ooh, but baby.
Had the little curve with the doggone circle in the middle.
But here's where it is. You have not lived and understand upset until you misdial a number.
You got to start all over.
To start all the way.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious. You know how many times I couldn't get through to a radio station trying to win a contest because I missed the number?
What? Trying to be the 8th caller. And wait, and the phone didn't have the push button to say read out. So
No.
You had to. And all of that, and we love the phone number that was right there, the 5, the 4, the because it's right there. But if you did that, you hated down the 0 because 0 meant you got to go, and it's got to come all the way back. Okay, and it ain't like you could just go. If it's a double 0, you gotta take your finger out to it, go back, and then come back and let it do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't lived until you thought you get that 0 with that 9.
No, let me tell you. Here's a number for you, right? One of the most famous numbers in the world.
Say it.
When you doggone had a rotary phone and you trying to get the house fixed up. 588-2300 Empire. Dial that on a rotary phone.
Oh my God. What would 8675000, honey?
Yeah.
And see, now, granted, catch that. Because the first 2 digits of the phone number used to be the exchanges. Okay, that's how you knew, like Woodward, that was a WO, right? So that's what you did. And now that's not my generation, that's mama's generation. Okay, that came out when the phones come out, that was them. And thank God that we wasn't the switchboard operator because they had the punch cord, the pull cords or whatever. Y'all see them in the old movie, had to take it, I'll connect you and connect the line and this, that, and the other. So in saying all of that, to go to the point of, did we teach them? Yeah, we had no choice but to teach them, especially our kids. We didn't have, now our grandmothers were not, our parents, our mothers that carrying on, were not necessarily the one that was going to come and snatch the baby or whatever. Now I helped my mother raise my siblings. Again, I don't have any biological children, but I couldn't rely on mama to come and get this, this, that. Now she's done it a couple times when she come over to my house and she said, now I'm the mother. Okay. And she had all of my kids and stuff together because I was sick and they wasn't taking care of me like she felt. But anyway, so you have not lived until that. So we had, our parents and their generation did one thing, and we learned through, you were told what to do. You do it this way because I said so. Okay.
The end.
Period. There's no conversation because
the end. But if you remember, TV commercials, the birth, of course, it came from one of those Caucasian persuaders. When the little girl said, "Why?" You remember that commercial?
Why?
Everything that her parents told her to do, asked, why?
Yeah. But why? Why?
And I thought about that commercial the other day. I said, wait a minute, it's her fault.
Yeah.
She started that.
Yeah, they did all that.
But she started it in their household.
Right.
Because why get you doggone knocked out?
Because you're talking back. Because you don't question me.
But it's just crazy when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They would literally just bust their head on the floor. They ain't gonna survive.
Right. Right. And that's all in this whole idea of independence. Wanting to do it my way, wanting to be and say that I'm my own person. Okay. Yes, our generation, we ushered that in, right? Because we're the 90s babies and carrying on. Now, 90s, we're young adults because that's our 20s. Okay. So, we had innovated, we were hip hop, innovation with fashion and carrying on. The asymmetric hairstyle became the shit. And this, that, and the other. So we were experimenting with understanding our adulthood, figuring out our power. The rap game was real tight. So now we
come from before microwave.
Yes. Oh, hello.
I couldn't imagine one of them locked in the house with one pan, one plate, one spoon, one bowl, one cup.
Okay.
And no microwave. Could you imagine that?
Mm-hmm. I can. I can.
They'll be curled up on the floor.
Screaming cruel and unusual punishment. And all the things. But the youth nowadays, a lot of it is entitlement because for whatever reasons, a lot of that come into what we're seeing as entitlement. Okay. And the sense of, oh, you owe me something. Like, no, I don't owe you anything. No, you did not ask to be here, but you are a gift from God. So now that you are here, don't think that I'm supposed to sit down here and completely jump through a hoop for you.
No. But what will happen on the intellectual level that I am in parenting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will set you up and make you think you're winning.
Right.
And then walk away when I see the bridge come. Because one thing I don't do is forget.
Okay.
I didn't forget.
Right. But that there is that. Listen, we're gonna let y'all get into it. I know this is one of them shows where anytime we talk religion over here, y'all get a little quiet on us. But that's because I really believe that oftentimes we don't have these conversations enough. And some of you may feel as though you can't relate or don't know how to get in on it. And here's the secret. Nobody does. Okay, when we talk about spiritual stuff over here, everything about us, and it's particularly with my teaching, is to help you to realize who and whose you are. Your power base is your power base, honey. Okay, and once you accept it, however you're going to accept it, if you accept it on the good, and I'm going to say that in the light and carrying on, then we can work with you. If you want to stay in that darkness, that's the stuff that you say. Okay, but just make sure you get all your hope and your help and stuff from over there.
Over there.
Okay.
Right there, around the way up the round, right next to the thing over there. You can't miss it. It's dark. It's hot.
Okay. So, with that being said, my darling,
it's been awesome.
Yeah, this has been a cute little thing, honey. We'll introduce Black History Month and things of that nature. I got to come up with some Black History facts like I did before.
I got one.
What?
I got a Black History fact. Grandma buys a skillet brand new and she burns it when that's called seasoning the skillet. That's a Black History fact. The cast iron skillet that they make the cornbread in. And also is what they make a good weapon for Ray Ray.
Oh.
But Ray Ray was the second to get it because they didn't want to hit the kids like that. The first person to ever get it was the promiscuous father. So remember, your grandmother's grandmother made the black skillet famous, and that show February Black History Month back.
And there you have it. And there you have it, Doc. So listen, I gotta get my eye dropped. My eyes are getting tired.
All right.
So with that, honey, listen, you guys go have and be a fantabulous time, honey. For those of y'all who better get ready to go out, it is Friday night. Be careful out there. You know, I don't know where you are. I know it done cooled off here. We got up to 62 degrees today. Okay, but it's supposed to get back down into them low numbers. So if you're somewhere where it's cold and snowy, if you ain't got to go, don't go, child. Okay, just stay your ass at home. Okay, but if you just got to go shake your booty or whatever you're gonna do when you get out, have a good time and make sure that you guys do what you're supposed to do to arrive alive and come on back home. You hear? So on that note, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, baby, because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea with Big Meat, honey. And the big guy ally, honey, is the Big Red. And in the absence of our other co-host, Aunt Nikki, honey, who's still in Philly. Yes, she coming. She coming. I know we've been saying that, but she's coming. Hope she's just trying to get her ducks in a row and carry it on. Okay. So having said all that, darling, wait a minute. I'm gonna do it again. And that there and I had this doggone thing in the key. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's why. I'm like, what's going on? There we go. It is here. All right. So now I'm not gonna sing out. I was gonna try to see if I could do this note or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. This time, honey, just go have a good time, honey. If you love us, tell all of your friends, your family, your good Judies and Ken to come over here to like, subscribe, and to share. But honey, if you hate me or see me as the enemy, some kind of bot, some kind of whatever, that's your prerogative, honey. But I'm gonna ask you to go tell all of your enemies to come and partake of dishing tea with Big Meat. So on that note, honey, again, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea, darling. So, with a Big Meat, honey. I'll see you guys another time. And scene. How?